Very good evening, everybody. Today is Mahalaya Amavasya. And as you know, Durga Navratri is starting from tomorrow. And as promised, I have come up with something really very interesting. I'm not going to give you an overview of what I'm going to talk about because that will rob the charm. I will be using a PowerPoint presentation. Followed by that, I will sing a Devi Kriti in Maya Malav Gaula Raga. So I'm sharing the screen. This is the PowerPoint presentation that I'll be using. I'm going to talk about Navratri, secrets and significance. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the importance of number 9. 9 is called a divine number. Why so? Let's see. You consider any organism, the growth of any organism, it starts with a single cell and it proceeds by what is known as a geometric progression. A single cell divides into 2. 2 divided into 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 become 32. It is this 32 cell stage which is implanted into the uterus in case of a test tube baby. In a test tube baby, you don't see a baby in a test tube. Till that 32 cell stage, it is grown in the test tube and then it is implanted in the uterus. For going further, you have the 64. 64 becoming 128, 128 becoming 256, 256 becoming 512, 1024, 2048, and so on. You can write these numbers as many as you can. Now, I have stopped at this point because this much of information is enough to what I'm going to convey, trying to convey. So now all these numbers you take one by one. I have written those numbers down here in the table and take out their digital root. Digital root is you add up all the numbers and reduce it to a single digit. So in case of 1, 2, 4, 8, it is going to be the same as 1, 2, 4, 8. 16, you add up 1 plus 6, that is 7. 32, you add a 3 plus 2, it is 5. 64, you add 6 plus 4, that is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 128, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So on. You go on doing this for as many numbers as you can, as you want. You will see that the numbers that you find when you bring the digital root or when you reduce the numbers to the respective digital root, you'll find 1, you'll find 2, but you will not find 3, you see, anywhere. 1, 2, you will not find 3. You'll find 4, you'll also find 5, but you will not find 6 anywhere. 4 and 5 you will find, 6 you don't find anywhere. 7 and 8 you will find, 9 you don't find anywhere. You do this for any to any length, 2048, 4096, so on. You do it. You will only get 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. You will neither get 3, nor get 6, nor get 9. Now let's go a little further. There's something very magical about 369. Some of you must have seen videos related to this, and it's really interesting. We'll start with 3, go on doubling. 3 plus 3, 6, digital root is 6. 6 plus 6, 12, 2 plus 1, 3, digital root is 3. 12 plus 12, 24, digital root, again 4 plus 2, 6. 24 plus 24, 48, digital root is 3 because 8 plus 4 is 12, 2 plus 1 is 3, 48 plus 48, 96, digital root is 6, 96 plus 96, 192, digital root is 3. What do you get? You get 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3. Well, let's go a little further. Do it with 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, digital root is 3. 12 plus 12, 24, digital root is 6. 24 plus 24, 48, digital root is 3. 48 plus 48, 96, digital root is 6. 96 plus 96, 192, digital root is 3. Again, you get 3, 6, 3, 6, 3. You don't get 9. What happens when you do it with 9? 9 plus 9 is 18. Digital root is 9. 18 plus 18 is 36. Digital root is 9. 36 plus 36 is 72. Digital root is 9 again. 72 plus 72, 144. Digital root is 9. 144 plus 144 is 288. Digital root is again 9. You can do this further. You can do 288 plus 288. Go to any extent. The only number that you will get will be 9 when you reduce it to a single digit. Now let's go a little further. You take any regular polygon. Take a regular triangle. Sum of the angles in the triangle is 180 degrees. And when you reduce it to a single number, the digital root is again 9. You take a quadrilateral. Sum of the angles is 360 degrees. Digital root, 3 plus 6 plus 0, 9. You take a regular pentagon. Total is of the angles, it's 540. Digital root is 9. Take a hexagon. Total, the sum total of all angles inside that, 720. Again, digital root is 9. Take a heptagon, take an octagon, take a nonagon, take a decagon. Any polygon that you take, the total of the angles will come down to 1. I mean, the total and then the digital root will come down to 9, not 1, sorry. Now, what are you doing by increasing the number of vertices? You took 3 vertices, a triangle, 4 vertices, a quadrilateral, 5 vertices, a pentagon, then a hexagon, a heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. Go on increasing the number of vertices further. And when you increase the number of vertices to infinity, what you're going to get is a circle. And a circle has 360 degrees in it. Make it half. 180 degrees. 360, digital root is 9. 180, digital root is 9. You get half of that, 90 degrees, digital root is 9. Half of it, digital root is again 9, 45 degrees, 9. Reduces further, 22.5, again you will get 9. So go on doing this to any extent, the digital root you will get will be 9. Now, you have something more interesting. When you get the digital root of speed of light in miles per second, it comes down to 9. Diameter of sun in miles, diameter of moon in miles, diameter of earth in miles, seconds in an hour, seconds in a day, seconds in a month, seconds in a year, the vibration frequency of the universe all come down to 9. The digital root comes down to 9. This 9 is called a divine number. And you see something more interesting. You add any number to 9. You add 3 to 9. You get the digital root 3. For example, you add 8 to 9. You get digital root 8. You add 6 to 9. Digital root 6. What does this mean? You add 9. You add any number to 9. You get the same number again. The digital root, you get the same number. That means, so this 9 actually represents Mahakali. And in planets in astrology, number 9 is given to Venus. This 9, the divine number, represents Mahakali. It represents love. This is the most powerful factor in the world. You can win anything with love. And what does this mean? You add any number to 9 and you come back to the same number when you deduce the digital root. You worship Mahakali, the Supreme Consciousness, in any form you like. You will see in the same form. You will see her in the same form. You worship her in any form. She will manifest in the same form that you worship her in. That is the meaning of this. Now, let's go a little further. Okay, 9 is a divine number. But why 9 ratris? Why should you celebrate 9? Why should you carry out a protocol for 9 nights? Now, in Saundarya Lahari, the first stanza or the first shloka, I'll sing it out. शिव शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्त प्रभवितुं न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशल स्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वामाराध्यं हरिहर विरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृत पुण्य प्रभवति. The meaning of the first line is Shiva is incapable of any creation unless he unites with Shakti. Shiva and Shakti have to unite, only then creation is possible. The Shakti is of 3 types: Itha Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti. And each of these Shaktis is associated with Sattva, Rajo and Tamo Guna, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic Gunas. So 3 into 3 makes 9. But why Ratri? The feminine energy is more prominent at night. That is why you carry out a protocol for 9 Ratris. But why 9 Ratris? There's more to it. I'll tell you that a little later. We have 4 Navratris. Chaitra Navratri, Ashada Navratri, Sharad Navratri and Magha Navratri. Of which 2 Navratris, Ashada Navratri and Magha Navratri are called Gupta Navratris. And Chaitra Navratri and Sharad Navratri are Prakata Navratris. Gupta Navratri, the 9 days ritual or the protocol is followed by the people who do spiritual sadhana, tantric sadhana. But general public, they are familiar with Chaitra Navratri and Sharad Navratri, which are the Prakata Navratri. So Gupta Navratri is not so popular. That is for spiritual sadhana. And how do you have these names? Why do you have Chaitra Navratri, Sharad Navratri? It's after the season, the month, not the season, the month. And how do you have these names of the months? Chaitra Masam, that month is called Chaitra Masam by the position of moon on Paurnami. On Paurnami, you will have moon in Chitra star. Similarly, when moon on Paurnami is in Vishaka star, you call it Vaishakha Masam. When moon is in Jeshta star, you call it Jeshta Masam. When moon is in Uttarashada, you call it Ashada Masam, so on. So this Asviyaja Masam is when moon is with Ashwini. Moon is in Ashwini star and you call this Ashviyaja Masam. The Sharad Navaratri is when you have, during the Ashviyaja Masam, you have the Sharad Navaratri when moon is in Ashwini. Moon, I will tell you that a little later because without the zodiac belt, you wouldn't be able to understand what I'm going to talk next. Now see, you have the sun and the planets around it revolving, and at a distance from that, a certain distance from the solar system, the sun and the planets, you have the stars arranged in certain patterns. You have several stars, but all of them are not taken into consideration. Some stars are taken into consideration. You see, some stars will form a certain shape which resemble a ram. Some stars form a shape which resembles bull. Some stars form a shape which resemble as if a boy and a girl are next to each other. And similarly, you have other shapes formed, and that is how you have the names of the Rashis. You call this Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, okay, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, okay, Capricorn, Aquarius. So the same thing here you can see, sun and the planets. Earth is shown here, other planets are not shown. You have to imagine. And this is the zodiac belt. Now the same thing is shown here. This is shown starting from here, from Aries. This is how we draw the chart in South Indian horoscope. The chart is drawn this way, starting from Aries. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Okay, this is Mesha Rasi. Aries is Mesha Rasi. Taurus is Vrishabha Rasi. Gemini, Mithuna Rasi. Cancer, Karkataka Rasi, Leo is Simha Rasi, Virgo is Kanya Rasi, Libra is Tula Rasi, Scorpio is Vrishchika Rasi, Sagittarius is Dhanu, Capricorn is Makara, and Aquarius is Kumbha, Pisces is Meena Rasi. So this is how you have 12 Rasis. What are these Rasis? Rasi means a heap. What is a heap? It's a heap of stars. What are stars? Each Rasi that you have spans 30 degrees and you have 12 such Rasis. So 30 into 12. 30 degrees each Rasi, and you have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 altogether 12. 30 into 12. 12 becomes 360. So the 360 degrees is the zodiac that you have. Each Rasi has a heap of stars, and that spans a region of 30 degrees in space. And Aries, for example, includes Ashwini 4 quarters, Bharani 4 quarters, Kritika 1 quarter. Each star is divided into 4 parts. Star means it's not a single star, as I told you in yesterday's video. It's a group of stars. So Ashwini 4 parts, Bharani all 4 parts, Kritika 1 part. So this is what forms Aries. This is Aries. Anyone born in Ashwini 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, Bharani 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, Kritika first quarter will, born in the sense, the Rasi is based on the presence of moon. If moon, the day you were born, if moon is present in Aries, if you have a moon being associated with Ashwini, Bharani or Kritika first quarter, your Rashi is Mesha Rashi. So, for example, my moon, in my horoscope, moon is in Kanya. Moon is in Kanya, Hasta Nakshatram. You call it, see Hasta, for example, go to Virgo. Virgo has Uttara Falguni, 2nd, 3rd and 4th quarters. Hasta, all 4 quarters. Chitra, 1 and 2. So the Rashi is based on presence of moon. Where is moon present at the time of your birth? That decides the Rashi. Now, as I said, in Asviyaja Masam, on the Paurnami day, moon will be in Ashwini. You can see this using the Star Tracker app. You can download Star Tracker and you can hold your mobile against the sky and you can see the moon's location. You will not see Ashwini's star, you will not see, but the Aries heap you can see, which is marked in the app. Where you can relate where is moon present, that you can locate. So that is how you have this month being decided. On Paurnami day, wherever moon is, in whichever star it is, the nomenclature of the months is based on that. So, Asviyaja Masam, as I said, Ashwini star you see on Purnima, moon is with Ashwini. And you have planets taking ownerships of stars. Ashwini is Ketu's nakshatra. And according to Dhruva Nadi, you have the ownerships of other stars. Ashwini is in the control of Ketu, Bharani in the control of Venus, Kritika and Sun, Rohini, Moon, Mrugashira, Mars, Aditra, Rahu, Punarvasu, Jupiter, Pushyami, Saturn, Ashlesha, Mercury. From the next star, again it comes to Ketu. So again, 3 times you repeat these 9. So after Ashlesha, whichever star comes in the sequence, you must have learned the names of the stars. That is taken care of by, or it is under the control of Ketu. The next star, Venus, so on. So this set of 9 repeats. So this is the ownership of the stars. Now, what is the scientific basis of this ritual that you perform for 9 days? Now, the earth, is tilted. And this you must have learned in geography, because the earth is tilted, and when it revolves and it rotates around the sun, it revolves and then it goes around the sun, and the angle is tilted. There's a tilt. So the amount of sunlight which falls, it varies, and that is how you get different seasons. So now after Sharad Navratri, what happens is you will have the nights becoming longer and days becoming shorter. Days will be shorter and nights become longer. Now when this happens, the body needs to adjust to the changes in nature. The farther your meal goes from the sunset, the more difficult it becomes to digest. So in olden days, it was suggested that it was followed. Suggestion is still there, but it was implemented and followed in olden days. There was no meal consumed after sunset. By sunset, the meal consumption was over, or at least half an hour or 1 hour after sunset, but not beyond that. So long as the sunlight is present, or at least the heat of the sun is present, digestion of the meal is easy. All those people who have dinner at 11 o'clock, 11:30, 10:30, they will all have trouble in the later period in their lives, because they're damaging the system. After you take a meal, the heart has to pump blood to oxidize the food. So you are giving it a lot of work for a prolonged period of time, and the body needs rest. the body, it seems the energy the body gets, the rejuvenation of the body or the energy takes place after 9 and before 11. Between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., your body gets the strength in sleep. So it is good that you sleep at 9 and wake up at 4. That's the ideal time. So taking dinner much later after sunset will create lots of digestive problems. It will create pressure on the heart as well. Now, even though there's a habit of consuming meals soon after sunset, when there is a change in the season, the nights become longer, the sun sets early, but you are used to taking meal at a certain time. In addition to other changes, this is one of the reasons. So in order to adjust to the changes, a fast is recommended. So for these 9 days, many people fast for all 9 days. They take something very light like fruits or something or whatever is offered to the god, or probably eat 1 time a day. There's certain protocols followed according to the geographical regions they are in and what tradition the ancestors have passed on to them. So fasting is it is a mechanism of cleansing the body, and also it adjusts to the changes in the surrounding, in the environment. Then you have bhajan kirtan, you stay awake for some more time, because nights become longer, you don't sleep early, you sleep at a certain time. But because earlier there were no clocks and all, they used to sleep checking the sunset, and if it gets dark, you understand it's night, you eat and sleep. But that changes your circadian rhythm. It's a little early than what it actually is. So bhajan, kirtan and all, and dance in some areas. Dance, this bhajan, when you clap, when you dance, there are certain molecules called endorphins, the molecules which make you feel good, the molecules which make you sense happiness, perceive pleasure. These are all produced. And so when the quantum of sunlight gets reduced, actually, you feel a little depressed. So there should be some mechanism to counteract that. When the amount of sunlight, if it is less, there is a possibility of depression. That is why when you read Aditya Hridayam, it will be written in that if you worship sun, your chinta shokam will be eliminated, because sunlight is responsible for formation of certain molecules in your body. When that is not there, you go into depression. So the amount of sunlight becomes less. It is there for a shorter duration. You should have some mechanism to counteract that. So bhajan, kirtan, dance and all will release certain compounds which are responsible for keeping you happy. And why do you call it Vijaya Dasami? 9 days in sequence, you follow certain protocol. Fine, you adjust to the environmental conditions and all. But there is something also connected with wish fulfillment. It is said that 9 days you worship the goddess in her different forms with all your devotion, and you are going to get your wishes fulfilled. But then what's the connection? It depends on what mantram you are chanting. That's all vibration. What manifests in your life is just energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, when you do the puja, not only this puja, any puja that you do, what do you do? There is something called sankalpam. What do you say in that sankalpam? You will mention your desire, for what reason you are doing this puja. You will mention dharma, artha, kama, moksha, siddhyartham, or if there's a specific desire, you mention that desire. What else do you mention? You mention Shweta Varaha Kalpe, Vaivasvata Manvantare, Jambu Deepe, Kali Yuge, Pratama Pade. Why do you mention all this? You are actually giving the address. When you release a thought into the universe, your desire, when you send it goes and then it resonates there. Now, your desire has to be manifested. Your wish has to be fulfilled. But where should that event be manifested? You order something, you order food on Swiggy. You order 1 plate dosa or one masala dosa, 1 plate idli, 1 noodles, whatever. And if you don't give them your location, where is the person going to come and deliver the food to you? Now, this wish that you want to be fulfilled, where should that event take place? You are giving your address. You're sending it into the cosmos. And when will that wish come as when will it get fulfilled? When will it get manifested? You have to be receptive. You have to align yourself with the energy of that particular event. What is meant by aligning with that energy? You have to feel the happiness of that wish being fulfilled. If you feel that happiness of the wish being fulfilled, the event will manifest. That is what is called your sankalpa. Sankalpa must be strong. What is that sankalpam being strong? First of all, you trust the divine process. You do whatever you are supposed to do. Your effort should be done. What is not there in your hands will be taken care of by the Supreme Consciousness. So now when you say the sankalpam, you have to give your address, send it to the cosmos. That is the sankalpam. Then the 9 days in sequence, you have to chant a respective mantra based on what your desire is. Chant a respective mantra for the number of times prescribed. All those protocols are all there, and there are great scholars who have explained how you should do that. I am not going into those details. So, what is this Vijaya Dasami? It is not called Ravana Vada Dashami. It is not called Mahishasura Mardana Dashami. It is called Vijaya Dasami. Of course, Mahishasura Mardana and Rama's victory over Ravana have got a connection. Rama also prayed for 9 days. He prayed Durga for 9 days, and 10th day she entered into his weapons. The Shakti came into his weapons and he won. So 9 days when you carry out something with certain Shraddha, certain Bhakti, 10th day it is going to be a victory. You're going to get that fruit you will get. Will it be so soon? Depends on how strong your sankalpam is, how much is your Shraddha and Bhakti. And I mentioned here Shankam. See, this is a conch I've got from Kalighat. I requested one of my students to get me one conch from Kalighat. All of you also buy a Shankam and blow it. It is easy to blow. I initially thought it's very difficult. I never tried. But once I got it, I just saw one YouTube video to see how it is blown. And then I got it by the same evening. And since the next day, I started blowing. Why am I saying blow a conch? See, Krishna, Arjuna, all these people, whenever they went to the war, they all started the war with blowing the conch. The vibrations of this conch, they invite victory. The energy invites victory. So it is one of the efforts along with Sankalpam. Every day, if you can, blow the conch, blow the Shankam, and be receptive. Be receptive for the wish fulfillment. It will happen. And see, your desire should be tied to dharma. It should be a dharmic desire. If your desire is tied to dharma, if it is a genuine desire and if you have done your part, then you leave the rest to the goddess. And those of you who do the puja in the regular process, offer her the different flowers, sari or bangles or anything, when you offer, you also pray that you would be happy if she accepts, if you can see her accepting it in some form. Believe me, in these 9 days, she will definitely come in some form and take what you have offered it to her. If it can be 1 dozen of bangles, it can be some flowers. Like when I offer the champa flowers, I say, Champe Kusuma Priya, I just say that and then I offer and then I feel the happiness of her accepting it. To do this, she will come in some form, but don't look for her in the form that you see in the photographs. She may not come in that form. She will come as a little girl. She may come as an old lady, but it will be some unexpected person who will come and you will give these items to that lady. She will definitely come in some form. A feminine form, definitely a feminine form. Look for it. Do write in the comment box if this happens. It will happen. You do it with this bhakti, this shraddha, and be receptive for your wish fulfillment. See, when somebody throws a ball, when you were kids, when you played ball, catches and all, when the person threw the ball, you were ready with your hands. You can join your hands after the ball is thrown, but you are ready even before. So you're receptive. It becomes easy to receive. So be receptive to get your fulfilled wish also. So now let's proceed a little further. Now, the deities worshipped in North and South India are a little different. You have the Navadurga protocol followed almost entire North India, and also the people who follow this Navadurga protocol, they worship Shailaputri on the first day, and she is adorned in an orange-colored sari, a ruling planet. This data actually varies from one text to another text. When I talk about the respective deities on the respective days, I will give you more details. Then there's a list of what is to be offered and as Naivedyam and the flowers which are to be offered. Second day is Brahmacharini, third day Chandraghanta, fourth day Kushmanda, fifth day Skandamata, sixth day Katyayini, seventh day Kalaratri, eighth day Mahagauri, ninth day Siddhadatri. In some text, Shailaputri, the planet ruling is given as moon. It is also mentioned the ones who pray Shailaputri we can obviate or can alleviate the problems due to Kshena Chandra. Kshena Chandra means those whose moon is weak. Moon weak meaning if they are born on Amavasya or Tithi is near to Amavasya, even Chaturdasi, weak moon, and those who are born near the Purnima time, they have strong moon. So those who have Kshena Chandra are emotionally weak. So such people, when they worship Shailaputri, their problems, emotional problems, to some extent get resolved. So this data I will again cross-check each day when I talk about the respective deity. This is the pattern followed in North India, and then this is Navadurga protocol. And in Vijayawada, Kanakadurga temple, the protocol followed is released. I'm just sharing it here. On the first day, Padyami, it is Swarna Kavacha Alankrita Durga Devi. Color of the sari offered is either gold. Actually, she is covered in a golden armor. So the sari is red because red denotes that utsaham, that readiness for victory. Naivedyam offered, halwa puri, and all these things. Each day when I talk about, I will discuss these. On Vidya, the avataram is Bala Tripura Sundari. On Tadiya, the avataram is Gayatri Devi. On Chaviti, it is Lalita Tripura Sundari. Panchami, Annapurna Devi. Shashti, Mahalakshmi. Seventh day, Saraswati Devi. Eighth, Durga Devi. It's Durga Ashtami. Ninth, it is Mahishasura Mardani. And 10th day, it is Rajarajeshwari. So these things I will again discuss on the respective days and the stories associated with those deities. Now I will sing a small kruti in Maya Malava Gaula Raga. Maya Tita Swarupini, Maya Tita Swarupini, Nanu Brove 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 Maya Tripura Sundari, Ye Shankari Maha Tripura Sundari, Ye Shankari Maya Tita Swarupini, Maya Malava Gaula Deshamuna, Maya Malava Gaula Deshamuna, Mahimagala Dorala Chintu Maheshwari, Ye Shankari Kaya Juni Vaidiki Pran Kanta Brihadishwari Kripaseya Valenuma Guru Guha Swami Kineda Sudaiti Kaya Juni Vaidiki Prana Kanta Brihadishwari Kripaseya Valenuma Guru Guha Swami Kineda Sudaiti Ma Yadita Swarupiti, Nannu provave Mahatripur Sundari E Shankari Maya Tita Swarupiti. So, happy Navratri to all of you. I'll see you again each day with a new story. The story is not new, but I will just try to present it with some novelty. Thank you. There's one more thing I want to mention. I've been receiving requests that my videos are all in English, and it would be nice if I can deliver some of them in Telugu. So I don't know how many of my viewers are really Telugu speaking. So if possible, please mention that in the comment box. If you want my videos in Telugu, please mention it so that I have an idea how many viewers really want the videos in Telugu. That way I can plan at least some videos in Telugu and some in English. So depending on the viewers, the number, I can decide on the percentage of English and Telugu videos. So please write in the comment box and let me know. Thank you.